Hello guys, I hope you are doing very well today. I am very happy that we want to commence this very important playlist, and it's going to be about the commands and how to use how to use PowerShell in Microsoft Teams. It's going to be like a very long ride. I'm going to be breaking these videos up on the basis of how these commands can easily be grouped so that you can understand how they are utilized. Of course, PowerShell command is very important when it comes to administration, and this also is going to be very useful. So just stay tuned and let's see how we will roll this time. So I'm just going to bring up my virtual machine where I'm going to be using as what we would be using as our sandbox, right? So I have had PowerShell open, so just in case I want to open it from the beginning, you just search for PowerShell, and because the commands you are going to be running, you will need to carry out some set commands. You are going to see all of those, so you would need to have your PowerShell running in the administrative mode. So I'm just going to right click and click on run as admin, which I have done already. So I'm just waiting for that to load, and it can come up this way. So I may just want to close this out and then come to this new part of the PowerShell that I am. So I will just clear this my slate just so we can start from a very fresh slate, as a matter of fact. So I need this to clean up. Okay, so that was no problem. So I'm just going to add a new one so that it doesn't keep us waiting. Okay, so this is like a new slate that we want to start working on today, and just before we start, I may just want you to see some execution commands that would, so this actually lets you know what to do before you run commands or you run script on machines. So if you are working with PowerShell in Teams, it's always very good that you understand what the level or the different execution policies you have in your system or the machine that you are using. So for you to do that, you may want to first of all get execution policy, right? So if you run this command here, it's going to tell you the execution policy that you have. It is unrestricted, but sometimes you can come to your device and then you run this command, and then you would have this showing. Let's remove this UN, and then it is run in this way, and maybe you are just having all commands, you don't allow scripting in this machine, and you are trying to run scripts and they are failing. So you get execution policy, and then you see what you are in, and then you can set execution policy. Let's not just take much of our time. I just want to start running commands even now that we have it in restricted. So I'll put CLS up here just so we can be using that to clean our slates from time to time. So I will run this command now just so I can clear up the commands that I've run successfully down below. So if you want to connect to Microsoft Teams, so what you need to do is to first of all install the module, then you import the Microsoft Teams module, and then you connect to Microsoft Teams. Let me just bring this up so that you can see what I have here. I'll just paste these commands and then I'll explain them to you. So what we are supposed to do is to install module Microsoft Teams so you can run this command. Take note of something now. It's going to take like approximately 30 seconds to 1 minute to run successfully to install the Microsoft Teams module. So I will just hold on for it to load, and then you can see that it is saying that it is unzipping, installing package MS Team, copying on zip folder, and it is completed. So if you give it this small time, then everything should be set for you to run the next command. But I want to tell you that if this is done, that this next command is going to fail. So why is the next command going to fail? Because we had put the set execution policy and we say it should be restricted. So let's just run the import module Microsoft Teams, and then you understand what I'm trying to talk about. Let's hit this and then you see what is there. Say import module from this file location, right, cannot be loaded because running script is disabled on this system. For more information, see all of this. See what is here, execution policy at this this URL for you to go and learn about it. So when you see this error while trying to run PowerShell commands, it's just simply telling you that if it says running script is not enabled on this device, you can just come out of curiosity, just try to say, okay, try to run this command, which is get execution policy, right? If you run this, it's going to tell you that it is on restricted. So you can either decide to put it on unrestricted or remote sign. So you may want to check this link out to read more about execution policy, but because this is a demo environment and I can happily put it on unrestricted, so that all the scripts that I'm going to be running on this video series is going to be successful all the way. So I'm just going to hit on this set execution policy to tell me the execution policy help to protect you from running script that you do not trust. So changing the execution policy might expose the security risk described in the above execution policy. So it's just telling you that allowing this is not a good practice. It's going to expose you, but of course, because you understand what you are doing, you can just quickly click on this, and what that means is that the execution policy has been set to what. Now let's do get, and then you see what is there. So I'm running this command again. I'll just hit on get execution policy, and then it should be unrestricted. Haven't shown this, I'm going to clean up this slate by running this command, and then what it means is that we can clear up these ones also and leave our CLS just to wait. So we remove this. So the next thing is install -module Microsoft Teams. This, if you remember, ran successfully. So the next thing we want to do is to do the import module Microsoft Teams, which failed, but at this time is supposed to pass. So let's just click on this, and then we'll just expect that the module for Microsoft Teams can be imported now. So fingers crossed. So it has run successfully, and the module for Microsoft Teams has now been installed. So the next thing you do is to connect to Microsoft Teams. So what you're going to see here is going to pop up that you have a sign in to provide your username and credentials. So just to know, at this point where it is popping up, if you do not have the Microsoft Teams administrative right, or you don't have global admin access, you will not be able to sign into the next page that is going to pop up. So we're just going to hit on the connect, and then let's see what comes up next. So you see it's just going to pop up like the GUI for you to provide the email address and the password. So just the same way you sign into the admin center, you could just say, hey, this is what you want to see, and then you can add your address. But I have this in one of my tenants where I have everything that we are going to be doing on this series today. So I'm just going to pick this account, and ideally I will have to supply the password to this account, and it's good to know that this account is a global admin account, so I'll be able to sign into Teams. So it's just trying to initiate my sign-in, and now I am signed in successfully, and it's saying that the tenant ID where I am signed into is this, which you can confirm from the Entra Admin Center for the tenant, and then all the details are here, and this is the admin that is signed in. So this is just me telling you how to sign into Microsoft Teams PowerShell. So the next thing I want to do is to show you the commands that I use to see the details, like the number of teams that you have in your organization, to have details about the team, to get the number of users in a team, to all of those. We are going to have that ruling out in the next video. So just to keep this very short, I'm going to end this recording here about connecting to Microsoft Teams PowerShell. So watch out for the next one, where you see us trying to dive deeper into the use of PowerShell in Microsoft Teams. So thank you very much for your time. If you really enjoyed this video, you may want to hit the like button and follow for more other beautiful videos coming up. Thank you very much. Peace.